Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Medicogyaan, the final stop of all your medical related queries. I hope everyone is good and taking care of themselves. Please subscribe my channel if not done already and press the bell icon button to receive the further notification. So friends, today the topic of discussion of this class is aortic dissection. In this class, we shall be studying about what is aortic dissection, how will the patient present to you in the OPD or in the emergency settings, how will you do the diagnostic workup of this disease, and eventually how will you manage this patient. So friends, let's go and study about the topic in detail. So, what is aortic dissection? So friends, you must be aware that the blood vessels is made of three layers. Inner layer is tunica intima, then tunica media, and then tunica adventitia. Aortic dissection happens when there is a tear in the tunica intima layer. Because of the tear, the blood vessel will seep through the tunica intima and tunica media and it will form a false lumen. Eventually, there is a collection of blood in the false lumen which will compress the true lumen, leading to the features of malperfusion syndrome. If the coronary circulation is affected, the patient will land up into acute coronary syndrome. Similarly, if the blood vessel of the cerebral circulation is affected, the patient can land up into stroke, leading to hemiparesis. Sometimes, the blood vessel of the renal circulation is affected, leading to acute kidney injury, because of which the patient will have decrease in the urine output. And nevertheless, there can be gut ischemia also, because of which the patient can present to you severe pain in the abdomen. So this is how the patient of aortic dissection might present to you in the hospital. So after this, let's go and study what are the risk factors. Aortic dissection is more commonly seen in the patient of geriatric age group. So older people are much more sensitive and much more prone for getting this aortic dissection. Patients having high BP recording are also much more prone for this disease. Then there is a history of smoking also, which is associated with this disease. Patients having deranged cholesterol, deranged lipid profile are also much more prone for this disease. Then there are certain genetic patients, genetic population in which these diseases are much more commonly seen. Familial disorders such as Marfan syndrome and Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Now, what are the clinical features of this disease? Friends, as you already know, in aortic dissection, what will happen? There is a tear in the tunica intima. Because of the tear in the tunica intima, there is a severe ripping pain in the chest, which may also radiate towards the back. Another finding of aortic dissection is this: these patients will have difference in the blood pressure in both the upper limbs, which can be more than 20 millimeters of mercury. And the reason being the presence of the false lumen, which will impede the flow of the blood into the right brachiocephalic artery, leading to the decrease in the blood pressure in the right upper limb. Then there will be a feature of malperfusion syndrome. In aortic dissection, as you already know, there is a presence of the false lumen, which will eventually compress the true lumen, and when the true lumen of the aorta is compressed, then the feature of malperfusion syndrome will take place. If the coronaries are affected, then there will be features of ACS. Sometime what will happen, the cerebral circulation can also be affected, and when the cerebral circulation is affected, the patient will have features of stroke, such as hemiparesis. Similarly, sometime what will happen, the renal blood vessels are affected, and when the renal blood vessels are affected, there will be decrease in the urine output, leading to acute kidney injury. Also, the circulation of the internal organs of the abdomen can be affected, can be disrupted, leading to gut ischemia, and the patient might present to you with pain in the abdomen. Now, how do you classify this aortic dissection? Worldwide, aortic dissection is classified on the basis of two systems. One is a Stanford and another is a DBK's classification. The Stanford classification is a classification which is most commonly used in this world. There are type A and type B. The type A part is a part in which the aortic dissection involves the aorta, which is proximal to the origin of the left subclavian artery. And type B is a part which occurs distal to the origin of the left subclavian artery. Similarly, DBK's classification is type 1, type 2 and type 3. In type 1, it involves the ascending and the descending aorta. Type 2 involves the ascending aorta and type 3 involves the descending aorta. So now, how will you investigate a patient of aortic dissection? Echocardiography is one of the most commonly used investigation which is easily available in the ICU as a bedside procedure. So whenever a patient of aortic dissection come to you or you suspect aortic dissection, you will use echocardiography. In echo, you can easily see a true lumen and a false lumen, which is separated by an intimal flap, which is seen as a thin mobile echogenic flap of an aortic wall, which will be separating the true lumen and the false lumen. But the investigation of choice for aortic dissection is CT aortogram. CT aortogram will detect the aortic dissection in majority of the cases. You will see a false lumen in the aorta. MR aortogram can also be done for the diagnosis of aortic dissection, but it is time consuming and is not preferred. CT aortogram is thereby the investigation of choice for diagnosing of this disease. Now let's come to the final part, that is the management part of the aortic dissection. The primary management is to provide a very good analgesic. As you already know, in aortic dissection, what happens is there is a tear in the tunica intima, which will cause increase in the pain, increase in the heart rate, and thereby increase in the aortic dissection. So morphine is the main drug for the treatment of aortic dissection. What will morphine do? Morphine will cause decrease in the pain. So when the pain is decreased, it will decrease the sympathetic stimulation. And when the sympathetic stimulation is decreased, it will cause decrease in the heart rate. And eventually, because of the decrease in the heart rate, there is a decrease in the propagation of aortic dissection, because of which there is a decrease in the shearing stress. So this is how the aortic dissection is managed primarily. The second management involves control of the blood pressure and the control of the heart rate. That is the maintenance of the hemodynamic, which can be done easily by beta blockers. Beta blockers such as labetalol, esmolol, and metoprolol can be used. If beta blockers cannot be used due to any reason, we can always use non-dihydropyridine calcium channel blockers such as verapamil and diltiazem. The goal is to control the blood pressure less than 120 mm of mercury and the heart rate of less than 60 beats per minute. So this is how primarily the medical management of aortic dissection is done. After the medical management, let's go and study about the surgical management. So friends, as we already know, the aortic dissection is mostly classified in the world on the basis of the Stanford classification. The surgical management is divided on the basis of type A Stanford classification or type B Stanford classification. And the management part different for both type A and type B. So what happens in the type A Stanford classification, the disease part of the aorta is removed and it is replaced with a synthetic graft. So this is how the type A Stanford classification is managed surgically. The type B Stanford classification is managed in a different way by a procedure known as thoracic endovascular aortic repair, shortly known by the name of TEVAR. So what happens in this procedure is this: a guide wire is inserted into the femoral artery through which the graft is placed, and this graft will eventually compress the false lumen and will finally obliterate it. So aortic dissection get treated. So friends, this is how the medical management and the surgical management of the aortic dissection is done worldwide. So in this video, we have studied about the diagnosis, classification, investigation, and the medical management and the surgical management of the aortic dissection. Thank you guys for watching this short video on aortic dissection. I hope everyone liked this video. And please subscribe my channel if not done already, and press the bell icon button to receive the further notification. Thank you.